Tarot on Looking Glass Letterbox. This is the daily journal, daily tarot reading chat I started just a couple weeks ago. We are into week 3. We're on day 15. Teatime and Tarot posts Monday through Friday. And so far, the cards have been very much concerned with new development and progression and ambition and aspiration and the process of seeking improvement and change and opportunity along the way. So it's been very insightful. I've definitely benefited from it. So I hope that if you're following along, if you're journaling along, or you're just checking in every once in a while, that you're feeling sort of supported and it's been able to offer you some form of inspiration or understanding in your own process. So beginning on day 15 of week 3, we start with the Three of Wands. So in reconnecting to the vision of the future, I think Three of Wands came up in the very first reading. So it's looking to the horizon, see what's coming in, see what's available, consider the scene you want to set or what it is that you want to create, the future that you envision, to begin creation, to begin taking it from the imaginary into reality. 3 is the point of creation, making something real. And Three of Wands is our passions and our actions based on our decisions, where we actually take the steps and do the things that need to be done to create, to bring something from thought into actuality, outside of ourselves. So beautiful. So touching base with the initial vision, seeing how much has changed, seeing how much has come up from within yourself throughout the process, that has been sort of trying to prevent you from moving toward this change. So old habits, old ambitions. Capricorn came up in several of the readings previous. So taking a realistic look and objectively assessing those things that tempt you into prohibitive or limited behavior, that keep you tied to the way things are and prevent you from moving forward within your own habits, within your own opinions, within your own understanding of yourself and what you're capable of. So over the past couple of weeks, I know I certainly have had moments where I've had to assess what it is that makes me think that I can do something new and develop and progress and improve and evolve. So that sort of negative self-chatter, like, who do you think you are? Why do you think that you're capable of doing this? You don't deserve this. That's all nonsense. Of course you do. Of course you do. You're the only one living your life, and life is here to be lived and engaged with, and you get to decide how you do that. We've had the Emperor come up quite a few times, and that is about recognizing what you're in control of, what you're not in control of, and using what you are in control of to help you navigate through those spaces towards progress. We've had the High Priestess come up about tapping into your intuition and your inner knowing to help to guide you through that process and into progression. And we've had so many Pentacles that have appeared. We have the 7 of Pentacles here, and that is about tending to the seeds that you've previously planted. What have you already have in the works that maybe has been neglected, or it hasn't come to full fruit? It wasn't as successful as you thought it would be. What are those things that you've done there, and what are you going to do with them now? In this particular card, Blanche is selecting some of the resources that she had previously invested, that she had previously created and have available to her, in order to apply it to the new endeavor, to the new ambition, the new aspiration. So using what you already have available to you to propel you forward into what it is that you want to create. And propelling forward with the Knight of Wands here, that is being excited and emboldened and taking action. Knights signify motion, activity, and ambition. So, and the Knight of Wands, it's a fast energy, it's a temporary energy, but it sort of lights the fire under you to motivate you, or to ignite that response to the call. Like, it's time to do it. It's time to do it. Let's go. Let's ride. Let's do it. Do something. Do the first right thing that you can think of to bring you closer to where it is that you want to go, using what you have with a vision of where it is that you want to get to eventually. And then we have, okay, so this is sort of touching base with the initial, because I think all of these cards came up in one of the very first readings. I'll have to go back and look. So after 2 weeks of the initiation and the willingness to engage with new endeavor and ambition and aspiration, this looked like, hey, check back in. What was it that you wanted? What was it that you want to do? Because when the resistance rises up and the difficulty that there can be with finding new opportunity and being confident that you can engage with those things and getting over your own limitations and releasing yourself to be able to have the experience and do what you need to do, the original vision can get lost. What you have available to you can, lose some of its shine. You may feel like, oh, well, that's not going to be enough to get where I want to go. It's enough to start. It may not get you all the way, but what you need more of and what you're going to have available to you in the future, that's going to show up along the way. Right now, the vision and using what you have available to you is enough to get you started, as long as you employ your passion and your actions and really buying into and embracing the potential that is available moving forward from this point, allowing it to be available to you instead of denying yourself the option of even trying. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Fool. So moving towards something with an open heart and open mind, a willingness to experience, seeking cathartic experience, and moving into the endeavor without expectation because there's no past. Releasing yourself from past disappointments or past defeats or, things that you were unable to do previously to this. That doesn't apply to the future. That's the experience of the past. So release yourself from those things. Release yourself from the expectation that things are not going to go the way you want them, because things never go the way that you want them to. That's not true. That's your expectation of the experience, and some, a lot of times self-fulfilling prophecy. It's a journey and it's an evolution. So allowing yourself to engage with that and to continually grow. And when you are disappointed, getting back up and re-engaging and learning more, applying what you know now that you didn't know then, is going to further you along that course and allow you to reach mastery and enhance your vision and enrich your experience and where you finally end up in ways that you can't even imagine right now in the moment. So, my goodness, I want you to be excited and emboldened. I really, really do. And one more card. Six of Cups. All right, so Six of Cups is, it's not recovery, what is it? It's sort of reconnecting with yourself, reconnecting with that sense of yourself that you used to have, where you felt capable and confident and all things were possible. Looking back and taking what the lessons you've learned from the past to allow you to feel confident in your ability to handle the future. Possibly reconnecting with a person from the past. Recommitting, because the Six of Cups, 6 is the point of connection, reciprocity, and growth. So tapping back into the possible fulfillment, the possibility of that type of fulfillment. Reconnecting, and it's not recovering. What's the word I'm looking for? I forget the word that it is, but sort of rejuvenating yourself to a point of wellness and contentment and awareness of your own capability. You got through your past, you can get through your future, and how you want to do that. So finding that point of union within yourself and within the relationships that are important to you as well. Communicating those things with the people that are on the ride with you, so that they understand the process of what it is that you're trying to do, and then they can help, they can assist, they can be a part of it with you as well. At the bottom we have Temperance, allowing the time and the space for the change to happen. It's not instant. It's not you change your mind and at a snap of the fingers, everything is suddenly exactly the way you think it should be. You still have to do the work. You still have to allow for the evolution. You have to allow for that space between of what was to what will be, where the change occurs. And that takes time, and it takes patience, it takes balance, and faith and trust that that things are going to work out to a point to where then you can re-engage and move on from that point. But you have to allow time and space for the changes to occur, for the evolution. Four of Pentacles, point of stability. I call this the card of the heartbeat of manifestation, because it's the initial four corners of stability required in order to create establishment in your real world. So to establish security and firm foundation. With the Four of Pentacles, it's important to know when to reinvest some of your resources to encourage growth, and when to maintain in order to ensure stability. So a heartbeat is expansion and contraction consistently over time to support life. So keep that in mind. So being patient as well, and not feeling like there's not going to be enough in the time and the space it's going to take for changes to occur. Where you're feeling impatience and frustration, not falling into thoughts of scarcity and there won't be enough and it's not possible and I'm just going to have to stay here with exactly what I have forever and nothing's going to change. So falling into a headspace like that will make things difficult to move forward, but just recognizing that you have the stability that you need. Opportunities to reinvest your efforts to encourage growth will come along, but it takes more time than you think it will a lot of the time. And you have to allow for that and wait for the next opportunity to arise, or for the change to manifest itself so that you can recognize it. And then Seven of Cups lies between emotional confusion, options that are available to you. Which one do you choose? Right now, take the time to consider the choices and options that you have open to you, and how each of those is going to apply to the what you're envisioning for the future. Okay, so there's a little bit of confusion, a little bit of mystery, a little bit of not quite knowing which one to select. Give yourself time to evaluate all of those things, and when you find something that is resonant to you, that applies to where it is that you want to go, that makes you feel confident and connected and able to move forward, then that's going to be indicative of the choice that you make. But don't hurry, and assess your options carefully, because this is also a card of illusion. So don't think about your plans so long that they remain illusion and it's just a picture you have in your head. You do eventually need to take action in order to make them happen in real life, but carefully assess the options so that you're clear on what that option is going to, how that option is going to apply and what it's going to do. Okay? And then, I hope that made sense. Let's see, we're going to clarify the Three of Wands. So this is definitely about checking back in with your original vision, from that, thoughts that you had about that 2 weeks ago, or whenever you began your course of action, or setting upon or deciding upon your resolution, and see how that has altered or changed, and consider those things that have sort of risen up to create friction, or adversity or challenge, because within the friction and the challenge, that is where growth is possible as well. That's an important part of it. Avoidance, not so much. Dealing with those things so that they can be resolved, and opening up the next path, the next door of opportunity is important within your own capability and within the circumstance presented to you. So Five of Cups, that is a point of conflict or adversity or friction about releasing old disappointment, recognizing them, accepting them, and then going back to the Two of Cups to re-engage with connection and the potential of future development. Seven of Pentacles clarification. Oops, Five of Wands, and King of Wands. Okay, so Five of Wands is about competition, about sort of asserting what you know now and trying out the skills that you've learned already, seeing how far you've come, seeing how they apply in practice, in sort of a sparring match. This isn't a, big knockdown, you sort of drag out, no holds barred competition with the Five of Wands. It's a sparring match, a seeing how far you've come with the skills that you've developed so far. And the King of Wands is about seeking mastery and applying the knowledge of the successes and disappointments that you experience with Five of Wands energy, applying that information, seeking mastery, and deciding to revitalize and make decisions about how you're going to progress forward within your actions to the next stage of engagement. Knight of Wands. Whoops. We have the Hierophant. So getting excited to begin the process, reviewing how you've already begun and what the next phase is going to be, and seeking advice, counsel, education, something in what's available within formal study and structure and institutions of a higher learning and mastery that's going to embolden you and reinforce the next stage of your development. And then clarifying the Six of Cups. Oops. Ooh. Six of Cups. Four of Swords, Two of Pentacles, the Empress. All right, so with the Six of Cups, it's sort of coming back to yourself and recognizing your own capability and your own agency and your the potential for you to succeed upon this endeavor that you have. With the Four of Swords, it's taking time to rest and recuperate, to recognize what you know now that you didn't know then, forgive things from the past that you don't want to carry forward, take with you the lessons that you want to carry into the future with a state of awareness and gratitude for now being in the position to do so. Two of Pentacles is about being agile and flexible and resilient and allowing yourself to come back to a calm center of balance after you're going through, adversity and excitement and new endeavor, while also trying to release old habit and the frustration and impatience, waiting on the things that are not within your control to support the changes that you're making, allowing yourself to come to a calm center of balance so that you can maintain your equilibrium through as you're moving through creation with the Empress. It's divine feminine, creative aspect, bringing what is the imaginary into the reality. It's the first stage of creation. So taking the time to rest, recuperate, reevaluate so that you can come back to center and rebalance and reconnect with that part of yourself that is capable of engaging in growth and reciprocity and development. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hanged Man. Again, taking time to consider things from a new perspective, innovating within your own thoughts and perspective, being patient and watching and seeing how things turn out with the Hanged Man. This is sort of a call to, in times of impatience and frustration or misunderstanding, or maybe you feel blocked, like, progress is not possible and you don't know the next step that you should take. Hang back and watch. Pay attention, look around, see how things are shifting and changing, see how things are connecting, and then innovate within your own perspectives and opinions about how to move forward from that point. The bottom of the deck there, we have the Queen of Pentacles. All right, seeking that firm foundation and center of understanding what it takes and how to go about manifesting an abundant life. Important. And then in between, we have the Page of Wands. Okay, so making the plan, drawing up the blueprint, getting more information, continuing to be curious, continuing to seek out and be excited about the potential endeavor and the actions you're going to take to move forward. And taking time with the Page of Pentacles and the Hanged Man is going to allow you to come together with a comprehensive sort of next stage of planning with more awareness and more confidence about how it is you're going to get from A to B to C. All right, and then we have the universe has your back. I choose love no matter what. That's supporting the Six of Cups here. Okay, so within the initial sort of upheaval